Hello everyone again. I'm back in this ridiculous getup. Legoland, North County, San Diego. That's like where I grew up anyway. So this is just a very short video to show this symbol that I received for Queen Maeve or Mab or whatever. I'm not exactly even sure how to pronounce that, to tell you the truth. Anyway, this is it. Pretty simple. It's like a V. Kind of this down backwards that way. So when you're drawing it, I'll hold it up for reference. I'll just go like this, and this is gonna be backwards. I'll do it backwards. To the V and then in that way. Yeah. It's a very powerful symbol. Obviously, I've talked about spirals before, and spirals are always powerful focusers of energy. For some reason, the V really pulls the energy down, and mostly I find this just a symbol to connect to her essence. I don't know why, but there's a certain like family of symbols, at least that I've discovered or in my experience, that connect to this like fairy essence that you can sense the presence of it in plants, living things, trees, mushrooms, even, you know, all kinds, just all the stuff that grows, and fairies are very closely linked to that type of elemental energy. And yeah, I just drew it like this because my pen is, I have a marker that I usually draw these things, and it's running out of ink. And I like to give things, when I'm drawing symbols on paper, a wide pen, a wide marker, so it has a nice thick stroke, so that it's not just a line. I hate that, because I drew it before and it didn't really look appropriate. I'm like, that looks stupid. But yeah, that's what it is. That's it. You can just like tap into it yourself. Again, it's just that the essence of it is just this grounding, drawing the energy downward, and then it focuses it directly forward, and so you activate the energy that is representative of Mab, and then you focus it in one particular direction. So that's all the symbol is about. Honestly, I can't remember at this point if I received this symbol or if I just created it myself. I have a long history with symbols now that we're talking about them. I've wanted to do several videos, and I'm not prepared for this, by the way. This is just kind of happening. I'm gonna get heavy chair a little closer. There we go. I'm sure there are several videos out there describing sigilization. Say that 3 times fast. Which is the process where you take either a statement of intent, a desire, a mantra, or whatever. You break it down into the different letters. You take all the repeated letters out, then you combine the letters to form a unique symbol. These can look really funky if you're using your standard English letters. Let's see, something like that. So you've got an H and a T and an N and an E and an S, and they're all combined, and they're all made into a unique symbol. And it's a way to focus intent. What I noticed as I became increasingly energetically sensitive was that by creating a symbol, you are creating an energy. By creating a symbol, you are creating a key to unlocking a certain type of energy, and you can just create a symbol with certain elements in it, and those different elements will unlock a portal to that specific type of energy that has all of those elements within it. Or, because you are the magician, you are focusing your will and your intent, you can create a completely arbitrary symbol to have a certain to unlock a doorway to a certain energy that you decide this symbol is going to mean start channeling this energy, and it'll work. I've had spontaneous creation of entities happen from creating symbols. What I like to do is I like to encourage people to get a little creative. So let me see if I can use a small example here. This is all spontaneous. This is lame. I'm reading this off of a cup that's sitting on my desk. Join today. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect the dots. Well, first of all, the only repeating letters are O's, so I'm going to get rid of the one O. And what I like to do is combine your resources. So the O, and there's an A in it. And I'll just reverse them. A lot of people just end up attaching letters to each other, like in the first example, and they don't look very good. The O is absorbed in the A. You can see that there's an O in the A. So then you get rid of the A, and then you realize that the tail of the A is good for the Y, and the tail of the Y is good for the T, and so on. The end of the T is good for the I. Get rid of that, get rid of O. You see that in the circle and the long part is also the D or the P, the same form, so you can just get rid of the D, you don't have to add that there. The end of the Y, or the tail of the A with the line on the side of it, is the N upside down, so you get rid of the N. Do we have a J? We sort of have a J. You can just go like this. And now you have a J on the side of it. And then, this one doesn't really lend itself too well. This is exactly what I was trying to do. But what I like to get people to do is to get creative. So that you end up with something more like this guy, which is a little more freeform. And if I were doing it, yeah, it's not a very good example. What also ends up happening is this. Let me see if I can remember it. Something like that. Because when you draw one of these symbols in the air, you're not drawing a line that does not connect to this line, like you were making an X. You're really making 1, 2, 3 strokes, and so it's connected like that in the air. You can make those connections that need to happen in the air so that you have a fluid, a flowing symbol, and it works out a lot better and it looks a lot cooler. That's just my thing on symbols. Trying to think of one that I don't know if I remember that or not. Yeah. Anyway, that's it. That was the symbol for connecting to Maeve. Very simple, but very powerful. And just a little blurb on how you can use symbols in your other work. And I guess I should just mention what would you use these for. You can use them for energy work, you can use them for spell work, you can create a symbol that has a certain intent, meaning encapsulated into it, and then when you activate it, or when you draw it, then that intent is put out into the universe. So if you're trying to look really attractive to a person or something, you can have that intention, and then you can, you know, focus and then draw the symbol, and once it's drawn, it's like a program that's activated into the ether, and that intention will go out into the ether and things will happen. Okay, that's all.